after designing the Macintosh Studio. If you haven't seen that video yet, go watch it first, but in it, I mentioned that since the Mac Studio has the same top dimensions as the Mac Mini, it means this design can be easily tweaked to work with the Mac Mini. Well, a lot of you guys asked for this design, but as I started working on it, I couldn't help but explore a few potential improvements, because a couple years ago, I designed this portable Mac Mini accessory. But the thing is, it wasn't fully portable. You still needed to plug it into a wall outlet. At the time, I talked about how it could be powered with an external AC battery, but there just wasn't an elegant way to work in such a large battery with that slim design. But with the Macintosh design, well, there's a lot of room now, and the Mac Mini is known to be light and power efficient, so I think I can make the Macintosh Mini portable. But before I get into it, as I mentioned in my last video, I just recently moved to a new apartment, and here's the thing. I hate moving so much. I hate packing, unpacking, and the worst part, cleaning. I hate mopping and vacuuming, so I really want to thank the sponsor of this video, Eufy, for literally taking that off my hands. They sent me their new Eufy S1 Pro, which is the world's first floor washing robot vacuum with this all-in-one base station. If I had to describe my experience with this product in just one word, it would be futuristic. I mean, just look at the industrial design of this thing. I can honestly see why this thing won so many design awards. I mean, check this out.
Clean water tank removed. Clean water tank installed.
Yeah, it talks. It just feels like a product that came from the future. It mapped out my entire apartment in just a few minutes, and now I can rely on it for doing all my mopping and vacuuming. It's like I have my very own cleaning team. And it's not doing a sloppy job either. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's doing a much better job than I ever did, because it has this unique roller mop, which is constantly being cleaned inside the machine while it's mopping. So it's not just smearing dirty water around my apartment like a lot of the other mopping robots do on the market. What really surprised me though is that the water it's mopping with isn't just the tap water I added in there mixed with some cleaning fluids. No, the base station actually has a built-in ozone generator. Without getting too technical, it basically makes the water even better at sterilizing without the use of any harmful chemicals. I was always very hesitant about getting one of these for a long time because when I'm working on my projects or videos, I always just have my tools scattered everywhere. You know, my tripods, my light stands, power cables, but this thing hasn't had any problems navigating that. The Eufy S1 Pro is really good at obstacle avoidance. I actually love watching how good it is at moving around all my messes. And if I really don't want it to go somewhere, I can always set up specific no cleaning zones in the app. Now, even though the app is really well designed, my favorite thing about this product has to be the fact that I don't have to rely on the app. The base station actually has controls on it for calling the robot home, starting or pausing a job, and for switching modes. It also has a nice display for showing the robot statuses, but even if I'm not near the machine, if I'm focused on some work and the robot's bugging me, there are also controls on the robot for pausing, continuing, or for sending it home. Now, after it's done cleaning, this thing requires very little maintenance. The base station pretty much takes care of everything. Occasionally, I just need to empty out the dirty water bin and dust bag and refill the machine, and that's it. I love seeing how dirty and gross the water coming out of this thing is because it really shows me how well it's mopping my floors. I highly recommend this robot vacuum and mop, so if you want to learn more about the Eufy S1 Pro, check out the links below. And thank you to Eufy for sponsoring this portion of the video. Alright, let's design the Macintosh Mini. I started by increasing the angle of the iPad Mini. Because the Macintosh Mini is going to be shorter, this will give me a more comfortable viewing angle. Next thing is that there's no chin anymore. And because of that, there isn't really a need for an ejection button. You can just reach in there. So instead, I'm just going to be cutting a hole into the bottom for pushing out the iPad Mini. The drawer size can now also be significantly taller. And I also had to fix a lot of the internal geometry since now the model needs to be printed upside down due to the tilt of the screen needing supports. So that's it for the basic Macintosh Mini design. But since I want to make a portable version now, I think I want to be able to pick this one up from the handle, you know, like I can with the original Macintosh. But right now, if I try to pick this design up, well, it doesn't really work. So for the portable design, I tweaked the bottom of it to wrap around the Mac Mini and also increase the drawer size just a little bit for all the battery stuff. Okay, now it's good. I like that there's enough friction so the Mac Mini doesn't slide out or move at all. But yeah, let's power this thing now. I ended up choosing this one because the power outlet is on the side instead of the back. The back is just a large exhaust, so that'll be perfect. This power bank has 20,800 mAh of juice. And it needs to power the Mac Mini while charging the iPad Mini. I have no idea how long the battery life will last, so I brought it to a small coffee shop to find out. Okay, I've been working for about 3 hours now. Let's see how the battery's doing. It's at 46%. That is not bad for 3 hours of editing 4K videos. There's no overheating issues too. Okay, let's call it a day. Okay, I'm pretty impressed. I didn't think the battery life would actually last this long, but I guess Apple Silicon chips are known for their energy efficiency. To be very honest though, I don't think this is a very practical solution. Like, even though the Mac Mini is light, you know it's not light? The AC power bank that's inside this thing. With everything combined, this whole thing is almost 7 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 14-inch MacBook Pros. So yeah, this is not great. I don't know who designed this piece of Anyway, I still think the Macintosh Studio and the Macintosh Mini are decent solutions for an iPad Mini dock at your desk. They do work great as external monitors while keeping your iPad Mini charged, but I don't think I can recommend the portable Macintosh Mini unless you're really desperate for a portable setup, like only if you have no other options, because this thing is just too heavy and it's not gonna fit well into any backpack. It just doesn't feel right in this form factor. I was also a bit worried about overheating. Like, mine still felt pretty cool to the touch after a few hours of working with it, but I can imagine this being a problem if you're in a warmer climate, maybe. You could add fans to the back of this design or to the side of the body, but if you're gonna try this, definitely do it at your own risk. I had a lot of fun exploring this concept though. I've been wanting to make an actual portable Mac Mini setup with built-in batteries for a while now, so this has been very satisfying. If you're interested in making your own, all the design and project files are available now for channel members. I'm also gonna make a members video with all the details on how to set everything up, how to use Duet so your iPad Mini can be your main display, details around all the design changes, as well as tutorials on the best settings to use for 3D printing these files. That video should be up in a few days, so if you're interested in all this exclusive content while supporting my work, check out the channel membership to learn more. Last month, one of our members, BB Big Deer, got 11 million views on Instagram, making the Macintosh Studio. Alina Hughes, Ben Eubank, and a bunch of others also sent me pics of their builds too, so I'm loving this community. Oh, the 3D printed drawer organizer project files have also been made available for members if you aren't aware, and there are more 3D modeling tutorials on the way. I promise this channel isn't just gonna become focused on Apple product accessories. There's a lot of different kinds of content on the way that I can't wait to share with you all. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. Thanks for watching.